All right. Hello, friends. Can you all hear me okay? Wonderful. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let me see. Welcome. Namaste, friends. Really very wonderful that you are all joining in for this session together. And first of all, I appreciate you all a lot. I appreciate you all a lot. I love all of you, really. And I want the very, very best for you, for us all, for myself, for everyone, right? And for me, what really worked in my life is to take some care of my mind, my emotional system, my body every day. And I hope for you really the same as well, that you can really do that as well, that you take some time every day to take care of your mind, of your emotional system, of your heart, of your body. And of course also in that in daily life to see that also everything, every action you perform has a certain reaction, has a certain effect. And to see that, okay, if you also do good in life, if you are good to others, if you are kind and generous, then that's what life will give you back as well. So I hope in this session that we're gonna do together now that you can really be present and join in and make use of this coming about 50 minutes that we have together to really dive deep into it, because a lot of people want change in their life, but very few people are also willing to make some actual changes, to actually put effort into it and to make changes in their routines in life, right? So hopefully in this session together we can really deepen our knowledge about the workings of the mind, the emotional system, to learn a beautiful sequence of breathing and movement. And also we're going to write down a couple of things. So hopefully you have a pen and paper ready to set our intention also, because this intention and manifestation power of your mind and your emotional system is something so beautiful, so powerful, which I hope you can tap into. So friends, I see also in the chat, in the comments, some beautiful comments, and feel free to also communicate with each other, to say where you're from, to see to share some beautiful insights that you've had. Feel free to share things there as well. Let's start off with just taking a little moment to tune ourselves in, friends, with a couple of nice deep breaths, and to set an intention together. There's over 130 people that have now joined in with the session, to kind of align our minds, align our hearts, to make this session something very powerful in which we can really start to cultivate a beautiful mind, a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul. So take a couple of nice deep breaths. And it always helps if you sit with the eyes closed, to scan through the body to see if you can loosen up maybe a little bit more your face muscles, your eyebrows. A little mini smile does miracles sometimes. Like a little mini smile, like you're telling your own body, your own brain, that actually right now it's all okay. You're sitting here, you're breathing, and that's all we need to do for now. So taking a couple of these calm breaths. And for a little moment, setting that intention, okay, for the coming 50 minutes together, let's make some beautiful changes happen, right? Let's develop and cultivate the skills to make this body, this temple, this vehicle which we have through which we experience this life, to optimize the state, to make it healthy, to make it strong, to make the mind clear, to make the heart open for giving and receiving good vibes, good energy. So for just a couple more breaths, like with every inhalation, you hold it in for a little moment, you make a little smile. With the exhalation, you send that good intention, that good vibe into your body. Okay, may this body become healthy and in optimum state. May this mind become calm and peaceful and strong. May this heart become healed and loving and kind and generous. Wonderful. All right, friends. Beautiful. So, feel free to open the eyes again. What we are going to do in this session is to tune in really our breath with our physical, mental, and emotional state. First, by doing strong and powerful breathing, but nothing too much, nothing too long. The strong and powerful breaths really help to activate more the whole energy system, to help activate the nervous system. And if we do this for a little bit longer and stronger, it starts to release also certain blocked, sometimes emotions or stuck energy in that system. And I will mention this a lot, but when I say energy, see it also as a very practical scientific thing. I can move my body now because there's energy in my system. I can feel this hand now because there's signals flowing, electric signals through my nervous system. I can speak, I can think because there's neurons firing together. This is not just a body of flesh and bones, because if it would be just a body of flesh and bones, it would be dead on the floor. It's a body of energy also. And every feeling, every thought, every emotion has its effect somewhere in the system. If we have a certain thought, which is maybe worrisome, it has an effect on our physical system as well. I can start to frown, for example. This is a very apparent effect, that my muscles in my face start to contract. But in other systems in the body, things happen as well. If the thought is really worrisome, the heart rate can go up, or I start to contract muscles in the shoulders, or my digestive system start to also not function in an optimum state. Even on a cellular level, if you bring yourself into a stressful state, the cells, they start to reproduce not for quality, but more out of survival and quantity, because it wants to keep the energy for what is maybe about to come, for that stressful thought, that situation that we have in mind. And this is just a creation of our mind. It's not real, at least yet, but with our mind we imagine it, and our body believes that it's real. With our mind we imagine something, and our emotional state starts to react. Our heart starts to react by giving it also a certain emotion, the emotion of maybe anger or frustration or sadness. And all of that has a great effect on our whole physical system as well. And it's not just that it has an effect on our physical system, but outside of our systems as well, it starts to have an effect, because it has an effect on our relationship. It has an effect on what we think we can do with our life, in what we believe is possible, in what we choose in our life, right? So seeing the power of your mind and the emotional system and your energy system as something that is so fundamental to become able to control it, to influence it, to harmonize it, to balance it. And we learn so many beautiful things in school, of course, about biology and about geography and about mathematics, but it's always something that is outside of ourselves. And we learn so little in school about learning to tap into the power of our own mind, learning to think concentrated and properly, learning to deal with our emotions in the correct way, learning to feel and give space to certain emotions, but also learning to generate emotions. Yeah? For example, if we really start to tap into the power of the heart, that we're of course able to give every emotion space that passes through our life, that we have to go through sometimes, but also being able to generate emotions, that we can sit and think like, now I want to generate a feeling of love, or generate a feeling of being loved, or generate a feeling of harmony. And we can, it's your heart, it's your emotional system. So then you can choose yourself. Okay, what state do I want to be my heart in now? I can generate in this very moment a sense of love, a sense of kindness, a sense of goodness, so that you tap into the power of your heart. That starts with being able to feel everything that's there and all these accumulated, stuck, blocked emotions that we can sometimes carry with us, to be able to go through them and to feel them and to give them space and to, well, with a sense of acceptance and kindness, process all these things to bring healing. But once there is space there, once it's cleared, once it's healed, then we can start to use the true power of the heart, right? Because the power of the heart is not just about um, being able to feel intuition, or to, of course, also enrich your life by having emotions of joy and sadness and love. But the power of the heart is also to generate certain emotional states, which on a deeper level also starts to kind of color your whole experience of this life, your reality, and starts to attract certain people, situations, and choices in your life, right? We start to be able to manifest for a part our reality. On the one hand, there's many things in this life that we cannot manifest and we have to go through, and God willing, we are able to go through them and accept the things that we cannot change. But on the other hand, we have such a power to also create, because we are both the observers in this dimension, in this reality, the observers of life, but also we have a part of us which is the creator and the observer. If we can really bring these two in balance, we can generate and create beautiful things in our life, right? So I wish that for all of us, because partly I share this planet with you, you share this planet with me. So the more people that are able to manifest a more beautiful reality, the more beautiful planet we will live, right? Imagine if we start teaching people from a young age how to really use the mind, how to deal with emotions in the proper way, how to be just a good person, then there is no leverage, there is no support for evil in life. Then we can start to manifest a more beautiful reality, because we can brighten up the world by making every individual shine a little bit more. Not waiting for some other thing to happen or some politicians to change things. No, but by every individual, you, me, everybody starts to brighten up that little light. Billions of people do that together. The world will brighten up, become a better place, right? We will start to treat each other different, start to treat nature different, start to bring more balance, harmony, and fairness and love in life. Good. So, friends, also feel free to put in some questions in the chat, because at the end, if there's still some time left, we can go through these questions as well. But let us do a little bit of action now, starting off with writing down some things, right? So I hope you all have a pen and paper ready.
Recording in progress.
And this is hopefully something that you can take some time to do every day. This is something I do every day. I wake up early in the morning, before sunrise, and I take a little moment to drink a glass of lukewarm water with some lemon in it, and take some time to also set that intention in the water, like, okay, may that nurture this body, right? And then washing also the face and everything, and then taking some time to write down some things. And the first thing I write down is 5 things that I'm grateful for. And I very much believe in the higher power, in the higher consciousness that we are all part of, in God, Great Spirit, whatever name you want to call. this or him or the one. Um, but to say like thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the fact that I have all four limbs, or thank you for the fact that I have food every day, or thank you for the fact that I have enough money to live. Whatever the thing is that you're grateful for. So I like to invite you now as well to write down thank you, thank you, thank you for whatever you're grateful for, right? And what this does when we remind ourselves what is already good in our life, we bring our brain, our mind, our emotional system into a state of already recognizing what is already good, to bring it into a state of gratitude. And this is something very important in order to kind of rewire our mindset out of the thoughts about what's not yet good and what we still have to fix in our life, and what's not yet good about my past, but just to think like, okay, this is already good. I already can create a sense of harmony with what is, because that's what we try to develop. We want to develop unity, go out of a state of duality where we feel like life is like this, but actually I want life to be this, and it brings a conflict because this is not good and this is not fair, and I don't like this. This brings a state of duality. When we bring for a moment, when we're going to do the meditation, a state of unity where we feel like, this is already good and that's already good. Okay, wow, beautiful. We bring ourselves into a state of unity, and this is very important also for the power of manifestation. The second question is, what are some qualities that you find very important in your life? Also, feel free to sometimes in the chat, if you want to share also some of your intentions or gratitudes, then put it there just to share. But to for a moment become aware, okay, what is it that I want to cultivate more in my life? What is the quality for me? For example, just to feel peace, and to feel love, or to feel compassion, or patience, or maybe sometimes I want to develop more willpower, that I think it's actually important, it's what I need. So what qualities in this moment of your life do you find important to cultivate? Beautiful. And let's take a look at what are some actions that I perform on a daily basis, bad habits basically, that are not really in line with what I think would be good for me. So, for example, if I have the habit of eating very heavy food, hamburgers and fries every day, and or binge watching the screen, Netflix, and I think, well, actually, I'm performing these actions every day, but it's not really giving me what I need, right? It's actually taking something away from me, and that's a bad habit, basically. So to get for ourselves clear, okay, what are some habits that I'm doing every day that are not really aligning very much with those qualities, or aligning with health, or good energy. And write them down on the left side of your page. Write them down on the left side of your page. So now that we have written down our bad habits, or bad ways of thinking or doing, uh, and bad just means that it's not in line with what we actually want in life, right? We don't want to demonize our actions. We want to start to see the reality of it, right? And let the truth set us free, so to say, because we start to see the reality of it, and see like, hey, I'm performing maybe this action, or I'm doing this thing, but actually this is not what I look for in life. This is not what I want. So let's write down then, next to it on the right side of the page, some actions that we can perform instead, or some actions that will actually help us to do cultivate the positive opposite of it, so to say. So if we put down, I saw doom scrolling, that we put down, okay, maybe instead of doom scrolling, I can um, go for a walk in the park, or I can do some sports, or some yoga, or do a cooking course, or learn the guitar, or whatever it is, something that is efficient, or that gives you a sense of fulfillment. Eh? And I see quite a lot passing by overthinking. What I would highly recommend also is then doing journaling and writing things down. And I have created a course. It's the 7-day essentials course, which I would of course highly recommend to do. But there's lots of journaling into that as well. Just writing things down. The writing things down, to put things out of your mind on paper, to be able to observe it from a bird's eye view, so to say, and to get a different perspective on it. Otherwise, we keep wrestling with it internally. And if we start to write things down and then start to look at it back, it gives a much clearer perspective on it. And of course, in combination with training of the mind, these beautiful breathings and the meditation and focusing of the mind really help to start recalibrating that mind that's sometimes constantly overthinking and battling with itself, basically, to start to bring harmony in that. Okay. All right. So, friends, then the last question: how do you want to start feeling? How do you want your life to be? And write it down in the I am feeling form. So not that we say like, I want to feel more joyful, because then we get stuck in the feeling of always wanting to feel more joyful, but not actually feeling more joyful, right? But to write down, I am feeling joyful. Or if every day for the coming weeks, if you set that intention, okay, every day I'm gonna take good care of this body, this mind, I'm gonna do breathing practices, I'm gonna do maybe journaling, or be good to others, all these things combined. Imagine how you will start to feel that your body already feels as if it's more healthy or strong. So you're writing, I am feeling more healthy, I am feeling more joyful, I am feeling more connected with a greater life, right? And I would like you to really start imagining it for a little moment. Imagine if every day you do more of these things that actually align with your purpose in life or align with what you want to cultivate, these qualities you want to cultivate. So if every day you want to feel more uh, energetic and healthy, you do things that cultivate that. So you eating more healthy, you do maybe more yoga, more qigong, more sports. Sometimes walking to the park or walking to your work, or just these actions that are aligning with your what you want to cultivate. And if every day you take some time to train the mind, and in daily life also, if we start to be a bit more kind to our mind instead of that thinking like that mind I should stop thinking, and it's so that's also duality, because it's one part of your mind telling another part of your mind that it should behave in a different way. This is duality, right? If also in meditation we sometimes get annoyed by our own thinking mind, and so we should it should stop, it should stop. That's just one part of the mind in conflict with another part of the mind. We want to create harmony. We want to create unity. So become able to smile at your mind. Become able to be kind to your heart and all the emotions that it sometimes releases, and through which you go through. That you feel like, okay, you know what? Let me also go through this. If life is giving me at the moment like a plate of food to eat, I have my children, they sometimes have to eat their vegetables and have to eat their broccoli, or sometimes they don't want it, but I know it's good for them. I cannot always give them just the food that they like. So it's like that also. Life sometimes gives us things we have to go through. So sometimes eat your plate. Eat your plate almost with a sense of gratitude, thinking like, you know what? This is something life is now offering me. I have to go through. So that we go through life like that. And if for some weeks we start doing it, even for some days, we start to have a different relationship with ourselves, a different relationship with life, a different relationship with our mind, a different relationship with our heart, there comes more unity, more kindness, more love, more strength, more empowerment also. So if we start to imagine that, okay, how would it then feel if I would start to feel more kind, if I start to be able to actually smile a bit to my own mind, to my heart, to feel that there is unity there. If I start to feel that my body is actually becoming a bit more strong, a bit more energized, a bit more loose, a bit more light. Okay, oh wonderful. How would that feel? So that we just take a couple of calm breaths. Feel free to close your eyes. You can put a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. As if you take a little moment to tap into the power of your mind to imagine it, and tap into the power of your heart to create the emotion. Like you make a little smile, okay, wonderful. Like you're blessing your own body with a gratitude towards life, towards God. Like, okay, wonderful. May this body be healthy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May this body be strong and loose and light. And may this mind be calm and open. And this heart be kind and loving and relaxed. Then I start to flow through life with a more focus, more calmness, more kindness, more strength, all these good qualities. Then I can go through life with the best version of, as the best version of myself. Like we breathe like that for just a couple more calm breaths. That after every inhalation, you make like a little mini smile. Like you breathe it into every cell of the body, because every cell, every part of the body starts to reflect your emotional and mental state. Wonderful. Good, friends. All right. So now let's combine this. We're doing a couple of moving practices. It's the life awareness method with some moving, with 3 simple breathing practices, and then at the end coming back one more time to that intention of setting that intention. Like we can start to tune, we can program our own body, our own mind, our own energy system, and we can start to tune in with a greater life than ourselves, right? All right, friends, everybody ready for that? Let's do this. Let's do this. So come into a standing position. Beautiful. We're going to start off with making some jumps, shaking the hands loose. So just jumping, shaking the hands loose, taking some nice deep breaths. Dancing a little bit with the legs. Beautiful. Wonderful. Now, we rotate the hands. Take a nice deep breath in. As you rotate the hands, you bring them up and lean a little bit back. Deep breath in, lengthen up. And we exhale, we bring the hands down and behind us like this. So again, we take a deep inhalation. We lean back a little bit. Now let's rotate the hands the other direction and bring the hands back. And like this for 3 more nice deep breaths. Pull in, lean back a bit to open the spine. We exhale, we open the chest. Deep breath in and out. Wonderful. One more deep inhalation, lengthen up, lean back a little bit, then lengthen up and stay there for a couple of breaths. Reaching up, come on to the tip of the toes, reaching up, 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 as high as you can. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands down on the next exhalation. You feel the blood flows back to the arms. Feeling is connecting. So we want to feel our whole body as we stand. Beautiful. With the hands in the sides, we open up the neck. We bring the chin down. We roll the head to one side. We inhale, chin up. We exhale, the head down. We inhale, like that for about 3 breaths in both directions. So in the other direction as well, to bring some space in the neck. Keep your neck nice and long. Beautiful. All right. We make a nice deep inhalation with the arms up. Deep inhale. We exhale, we bring the hands back and down. We inhale, we open up. And we exhale, we come all the way down. Like this for 3 more deep breaths. Open and exhale. In and out. One more in, deep breath in. We exhale, the hands in front of you like this, opening up the shoulder blades. Then the hands in front of the chest. We're going to open up the spine a little bit. By bringing the arms back in a circle, twisting the spine, keep the strength in the belly, and sweeping to the other side. And then, again, keep the neck long and the belly strong. Like this, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 3 more breaths, in and out. Like that. The last time. Beautiful. Ah. Now take a nice Deep breath in. And strongly exhale through the nose. Inhale up. And strong exhale like you're throwing everything out. Inhale up. And throwing everything out. For the last 4 breaths. Throwing everything out. Through the nose, out. In. Out. In. One last time. Out. And in. Arms up one more time. And then come to one side and open up your side. Inhale, up, up, up. And out the other side. In and out. One more deep inhalation, up, 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 and out. And in and relax the hands down. Try to feel through the body how you've opened up a little bit the nervous system, the muscular system, the respiratory system, everything loose. Beautiful. We widen our legs, we bend our knees, we bring the arms up for 5 deep breaths. Keep a space in the neck, keep a space underneath the rib cage, but a strength in the lower body. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Wonderful. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. We come up. We interlock the fingers behind us. And you bend one knee to bring your head down towards your foot. And you bend the other knee to bring your head down towards your foot. And like that for a couple of times from one side to the other. Then for the last 3 deep breaths, we keep the head down at the center. We breathe deeply when the head is below the heart. We increase the blood flow around the brain. And then slowly, slowly, we come up to a standing position. Feel the body, breathe. Nice and deep. Beautiful. All right, friends. Let's come down into a sitting position. We have opened up very much now. In a very simple way, the nervous system, the muscular system, the respiratory system, all these systems in the body, right? Now what we want to do is to use our breath to start to also unblock and open up our energy system. First with the strong breathing to stretch and open up and push a little bit, but then we're going to more and more slow down our breathing, right? And I don't want you to push anything. If you already suffer from certain heart problems or brain problems, do it very gentle, do it very slow, don't breathe very deep. What we want to do first is what is called strong spinal breathing, is that we breathe fully in and then out. We breathe in, we open up. We exhale, we round the spine. And then after the last inhalation, we exhale fully and we keep the air out. If you know what is Maha Bandha, where you keep the exhalation out and you contract the muscles around the perineum, you bring the chin down and you suck the belly up, it's a Bahya Kumbhaka, right? We want to do that. If you then want to breathe in, you make a full inhalation with what's called murcha, a full inhalation with the head up. And then again, you bring the chin down and you keep the air in, as if we want to push the air upwards, push the prana upwards, so to say. So I'm going to guide us through this, of course, right? Then we follow with a Kapalbhati, 1 round, with the exhalation through the nose, exhale and inhale. When we exhale, the belly goes in, We do that for one round, about 30 breaths, followed by a deep inhalation. Then we want to start balancing everything with analum vilum. And this alternate nostril breathing. We breathe in through one and we always breathe out through the opposite. But this is like a mind training game as well. It's not just that we start to balance our nervous system, but it's a mind training game that you are able to keep your awareness, to keep your mind onto one focal point. That is the flow of the breath. If your mind wanders away, the game is to keep bringing it back. Okay, let me see if I can keep the awareness merged with the presence for a full inhalation and an exhalation. Because many times our awareness gets kidnapped by the thoughts. But we want to bring it back. We want to keep it merged with the present, with now. The longer we can keep having our awareness with the now, the more of a sense of unity, of balance starts to happen in our whole being, so to say. Because many times we're so used to having our awareness kidnapped by the thoughts, and I still have to do this, or my neighbor needs to do this as well. It would be so good for him. My neighbor, I haven't seen him in a while. I should invite him for the Christmas dinner, blah, 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 blah. And you're somewhere here with your awareness, and we want to have it here, right? Then followed by some very slow, calm breathing with an intention setting what we're going to do, the life awareness breath. So, friends, feel free to sit on a chair, feel free to sit on the floor, on your knees, on your buttocks, on your cross-legged, however you want to sit. It's all good as long as you can keep the spine straight and a little mini smile. Because that little mini smile, just by relaxing the face and the lips, you tell your brain that it's all okay. And your brain will tell the rest of your body that it's all okay, right? And in a way, the fact that you can sit, that you can breathe, means that that part is already okay, right? Of course, there's maybe many parts that are still need to be optimized in life or change. But we just want to get into a state that we feel like right here, right now, just being alive, it's already enough. Beautiful. So hopefully you can join in with full presence by putting some effort and awareness into this practice. You will see after just doing this, about after 20 minutes, we will feel such a great change in our energetic state. We start with 3 rounds. First round of 9 breaths. We exhale for 9 breaths round the spine. We inhale, we open the heart, and we exhale fully, and we inhale. Like this for 7 more breaths. We exhale, we round the spine, we inhale, we open the heart, we hollow the spine. And like this, 5 more breaths. We use full deep breaths to bring some space, to open up, to unblock our whole energy system, the mind, the heart, the nervous system. Make use of the last 2 deep breaths, full deep breaths. And after our last inhalation, we exhale completely. Exhale, 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 everything out. Then contract and keep the air out. Contract the muscles around the perineum. Bring the chin up. Make the spine long. And feel as if you can suck your diaphragm up. Suck the belly in. And hold it for as long as you can, comfortably can. And when you really want to breathe again, you make a full inhalation by bringing the head up, which is called murcha, a full inhalation. And then you keep the air in, again with the chin down. And contracting the muscles around the perineum. This contracting of the muscles around the perineum is to press some of your fundamental, basic root energy up. Of course, whenever you feel you want to breathe again, you just relax for a moment and you let everything settle. You give the technique the time to do its work. You calm for just a couple of breaths your whole physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body. And then prepare for the second round. We're going to do 15 breaths. We exhale, we round the spine. We inhale, we open up. We exhale, we inhale. And like this, we're going to use those deep breaths to unblock, to release, to open up. And if you still feel all right, you do it with full deep inhalations, exhalations. If you start to feel very uncomfortable, take it a bit more slow, do it with more kindness. Maybe even stop if you want. But otherwise, you keep going like that for another 8 deep breaths. So make use of those last 5 deep breaths. Make use of those deep breaths to unblock, to release, to open up. Make use of the last 2 breaths. And after your last deep inhalation, you exhale again fully. You exhale, 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 exhale. You lengthen the spine. You keep the air out. Contract the muscles around the perineum. Bring the chin down and suck your diaphragm up. Like you're compressing the root energies, the energies of survival and sexual energies and desire, to push them up so that they can be used for purposes of creativity, of purposes of spiritual activation, of purposes of connection and love. And of course, whenever you want to breathe again, a full deep inhalation with murcha and holding the air in like a balloon that wants to fly upward. And don't forget the face muscles, very important, with that attitude of, wow, I'm doing myself a great favor here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Life. Of course, whenever you feel you want to breathe again, enjoy some calm breaths. And again, give space for the technique to do its work. Whatever feeling, whatever sensation, whatever emotion can come up, give everything space. We're not looking for lightning and firework, just very simple, small sensations or feelings. Everything. Let everything happen. Let everything happen. All good. All right, friends. One more round. A bit of hard work maybe, but it will have such a great, profound effect. One more round of 15 breaths if you still feel okay. Do it more gentle, do it more slow if you want. Right? We exhale, we round the spine. We inhale, we open up. And we exhale. We inhale. And like this, we use our breath. We use the movement with the spine. We use the movement to open up the heart, to release and unblock, to activate and open up. We keep going with that rhythm, as if we are not really thinking about how many more breaths. We're just following the rhythm of the breath. For the last 7 breaths. Keeping for the last couple of breaths that attitude of, okay, thank you. I'm doing myself a great favor here. I am cultivating a more healthy body, a more open heart, a more clear mind. Wonderful. Last two breaths. Let's do two more last breaths. And after your last full inhalation, we exhale again completely. We keep the air out. This time you can hold it for quite a bit longer. So feel that there is complete stillness in the body, but in the energetic system, in the nervous system, in the mind, there's maybe lots of movement happening. Keep the stillness in the body and just observe. Scan through the body. Just let the technique do its work. Of course, if you want to breathe again, that full inhalation and holding the breath in. But very important to let the technique do its thing with a sense of trust, like, okay, let it happen. Let it happen. Beautiful. Now that we've unblocked and released and opened up, let's start moving a little bit more these energies with this Kapalbhati. You can place a hand on the belly if it's one of the first times that you do it. Otherwise, you can feel free to do it in your own rhythm. But with the inhalation, the belly comes a bit out, and then with a forceful short exhalation, you pull the belly in. So we exhale through the nose and in very slowly. We exhale through the nose and in and out and in and out and in. Contracting the belly out and in. Contracting the belly as we exhale and in. Contracting the belly as we exhale and in. And keep going like this. Or about 20 more times if you feel all right. But whenever you want to stop, you stop and you make a full inhalation and hold the breath in. You're still doing it. Last 5 times. Take a deep inhalation. Contract the muscles around the perineum, around the belly. Feel as if a balloon is being pushed up to the top of the chest, the chin a bit down. With that, again, that intention, that mental attitude of, okay, beautiful. I'm cultivating here more health, more strength, more power. And then you release and relax. Make a little scan through the body. I'm sure you can relax the face muscles a little more. Maybe you can relax the shoulders a bit more and keep everything nice and loose. Now let's focus the mind, and by breathing for some minutes, just 2 or 3 minutes, nothing too long, but by breathing through one nostril in, through the opposite out, we start to balance our nervous system, but also we start to focus our mind. So you can keep your middle finger and index finger against your forehead. We close our right nostril and we exhale through the left, exhale through the left, and inhale through the left. Then we exhale through the right, about 5 to 6 seconds. Then we inhale through the right again. We exhale through the left. We inhale through the left. We exhale through the right, 6 seconds. We inhale through the right, 6 seconds. Now we pause for 2, and then we exhale through the opposite. We exhale through the left. We inhale through the left. We pause 2 seconds. And we exhale through the right. Now make it like a mind training game. Keep the body loose. But try to keep your full attention just to how the air flows in through one nose cavity. Where can you feel the air moving? And can you start to become aware of the full journey of a breath in, how it starts up, how it enters into the body, and then there's that moment of a pause, of a hold, and then it falls back again and it falls down, it moves out again. Just following that wave of the breath, the whole duration of an inhalation, pause, and an exhalation. And as you keep doing this, it's good to remember ourselves that without this breath, you could not live. So that breath is much more important than anything, much more important than money or gold. So with that full appreciation for the last couple of breaths, okay, wonderful. I'm bringing in now oxygen. I'm bringing in now life, or prana, beautiful. And I can release. When I exhale, I can release from the tips of the toes, the tips of the fingers, what I don't need. That you clear and you purify your own energy system for the last 3 breaths. Make use of those last 1 or 2 breaths. Can you keep your awareness to just how the air passes through the nose cavity? Then after your last inhalation, relax both the hands down on top of each other on your lap, and then feel how the air passes through both the nose cavities. Where can you feel it in the nose? How it passes, almost past your forehead, the brain, how it passes into your head. Make a little scan through the face. You feel all the different parts of the face, right? You have eyebrows and the cheeks. You have the lips that are touching, the lips closed, and the tongue gently against the roof of the mouth. You feel the jaw. Maybe you can loosen it up a bit more. Why not? Oh, good. You feel your shoulders, your arms, and they can just rest. They can just rest on your lap. One hand resting in the other hand. And you know that you have hands. The question is, how do they feel then? What feelings, what sensations do the hands give off now? How do you know that they're alive? Feel them. Beautiful. Take a moment to feel the chest that is there as well, and maybe somewhere you feel the t-shirt touching, or you feel some ribs. And with a sense of kindness, like you feel the chest, I recognize that you're there also. I recognize your presence. In the heart area, maybe it's all very loose and nice, or sometimes there can be some blockages there. If you can loosen up, beautiful. If you cannot loosen up, then that's also okay. Just sit with it, feel it. It's all an experience in life. Feeling the belly, the sides, and where the air moves exactly. Like you breathe towards your heart, towards your belly. A sense of kindness, of I recognize your presence also. So good, so good. Feeling your hips and how the weight is carried by your sit bones and buttocks. Can you distinguish the left from the right buttock? How they feel a bit different? Can you just lengthen up a little bit the spine from that foundation? Like you're sitting there straight, almost like one of these beautiful Buddha statues, a statue of light, a statue of energy. Feeling your legs, so that you can feel that whole body that's sitting there. Trillions of cells alive. It's a body of energy. Like for a couple of calm, slow breaths, again for about 6 seconds in. We're not going to breathe very deep. About 6 seconds in, a little pause of 3 seconds, and then 6 seconds out. Again with a little pause after the exhalation of releasing, letting go. Like that for just a couple of breaths, like you nurture the body on the inhalation, keep your throat open when you pause, and on the exhalation, like you're expanding out a little more. Like real deeper pranayama. Expanding your life energy, balancing your life energy, controlling it. With the inhalation, rising of prana, with the exhalation, expansion of apana. That for just a couple more breaths, you harmonize that energy body, that energy system with the breathing. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Doing this for the last 3 breaths. Feel free to do it more slow if you are comfortable with it. Feel free to do it a bit faster if you need to. Breathing with kindness. Breathing with friendliness. Now relax your breath. But still, with every exhalation, you let go a little more. With every exhalation, recognizing that you have a body, but you are not your body. You can let it go. You are something much greater. Your consciousness. You're the space in which the sensation of a body happens, which the mind happens, sound happens. But with every exhalation, like you're expanding your awareness a bit more into recognizing that space that is there. of pure being, of light, pure consciousness. Beautiful. For the last couple of breaths, let's bring into that space, into that open space, a little bit of kindness, a bit of love, a bit of acceptance, like we breathe in a little bit of a smile into that space of, okay, wonderful, it's all good. Recognizing that you are already loved, you are already part of something much greater than yourself, you are already connected with life, with creation, with God, with light. Like you recognize that and you breathe it into that space, like, wonderful, thank you, wonderful, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keeping that relaxed awareness, that relaxed state. Feel free to move a bit the fingers, but keeping yourself into that present state. And for a moment, rubbing the hands together, keep them in front of your chest for a moment. Again, cultivating a sense of gratitude, like, okay, wonderful, we can do this. Thank you, life. With these hands, as we rub them together now, we place one hand on the belly and hand on the heart. And again, just like we did before, like we're blessing our life, our body with a sense of gratitude. Like we're breathing, may we all be blessed. That includes yourself, that includes everybody. May we all be blessed with peace, with health, with love, with wisdom. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So like that for 3 more deep breaths. And after the inhalation, like you start to shine a bit more with the heart. Smile with the heart. And the exhalation, you exhale it into your whole being, into every cell, into your whole mind, your whole heart. So that there can be healing, there can be love, there can be connection, there can be strength. Beautiful. With these hands, place them on the eyes and you massage a little bit the eyes and you massage a little bit the forehead and the temples. Like you give yourself a bit of kind attention, like 2 washing towels with good vibes. Like you take some good care of that beautiful temple of yours, that vehicle through which we experience life with goodness, with kindness, with love. Hmm, wonderful. Friends, just take a little moment. Okay? Feel free if you want to Move a little bit, you move a little bit. If you want to stay seated, you stay seated. Kind of just breathing a couple of breaths into that sense, like, okay, the body is now a bit more relaxed. The mind is a little bit more clear. The heart a bit more balanced. Okay. How does that actually feel? To feel at peace, to feel at ease. Because the more you can bring yourself into a certain state of being, the more that becomes your ground state. So therefore it's good to take some time to be to be in it, to feel it, right? Good. Beautiful. So friends, I wish you all the best. Great to connect with each other in this way, right? And let's keep cultivating our own heart, our own life, our own mind, our own heart, to become a light in the sometimes darkness, to become a light in the world. Both for ourselves, to make our own life more enjoyable, of course, but also for the people around us, to bring more brightness and light into this world. So I love you all a lot. I appreciate you all, and I wish you all the best in your life. And feel free to, I see some beautiful comments in the chat. That was very wonderful. Feel free to unmute yourself if you want to say goodbye to all the others as well. Still 120 people in this session. So let's share some good energy, friends, for 3 deep breaths, and then we'll say goodbye. Peace, love, and blessings, friends. Peace, love, and blessings. We're all connected. Let's make this life a beautiful one.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Love you all. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Wonderful day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ocho.
Okay. Thank you.
Breathwork is changing the world. Breathwork is changing the lives of millions of people around the world. Not only has it helped millions of people to live a more healthy and happy life, but more and more scientific evidence is showing the amazing effects of breathwork for treating depression, asthma, eczema, and even forms of cancer. It brings the healing, connection, and empowerment that the world needs now more than ever. I created a Breathwork Instructor course in which you will learn not just a lot of beautiful scientific knowledge about breathwork and about meditation and pranayama, but also learning how to share this knowledge with others in a safe, responsible, and profound way. By sharing this knowledge, you will become an inspiring teacher who lifts other people up and makes this world a better and more peaceful place. My name is Michael Bijker, and I've been teaching breathwork, pranayama, and qigong And I've been very fortunate to help tens of thousands of people to help to connect with their true source. So I encourage you to help others by becoming a breathwork instructor and to teach these wonderful techniques into the world.